This is exam 2 review, college algebra, additional review to your professor, instructor review. This review tutorial is good for students in college algebra, business math, development math, intermediate algebra, high school algebra 1 and 2. I'm sharing this with you only as additional help in addition to your professor instructor exam review, which should be your main essential review. Number 1. The complex number system. Express each number in terms of I. A. Square root of minus 9 equals square root of 9 times square root of minus 1. Square root of minus 1 is I. Square root of 9 is 3, so this is 3I. B. Square root of minus 98 equals square root of 98 times square root of minus 1. Square root of 98 is 2 times 49. Square root of 49 is 7, so this is 7 square root of 2I. C. Minus square root of minus 144 is equal to minus square root of 144 times square root of minus 1. Square root of 144 is 12, so this is minus 12I. D. Square root of minus square root of minus 121 is equal to minus square root of 121 times square root of minus 1. Square root of 121 is 11, so this is minus 11I. E. Square root of minus 27, this is equal to square root of 27 times square root of minus 1. Square root of 27 is 3 times 9. So square root of 9 is 3, so this is 3 square root of 3I. Number 2. Addition, subtraction, and simplification of complex system. Add, subtract, and simplify each of the following complex system. A. I to the power of 35 is equal to I to the power of 34 times I to the power of 34 is I squared to the power of 17 times I. But I to squared is minus 1, so this is equal to minus 1 to the 17 times I. Minus 1 to the 17 is minus 1. Minus 1 times I is minus I. B. 7 minus 2I plus 4 minus 5I. So add the reals and add the imaginary. The reals are 7 and 4, 7 plus 4. And the imaginary are minus 2I minus 5I plus minus 2I minus 5I. 7 plus 4 is 11, minus 2I minus 5I is minus 7I. C. Minus 5 plus 2I minus 4 minus 3I. Again, add the reals and add the imaginary. Minus 5 minus 4 is minus 5 plus 4. Plus 2I minus 3I is plus 3I, so it's 2I plus 3I. So this is equal to minus 1, the real, plus the imaginary is 5I. Number 3. Multiplication of complex system. Simplify each of the following complex system. Number A, square root of minus 81 times square root of minus 25. This is equal to square root of 81 times square root of minus 1 times square root of 25 times square root of minus 1. Square root of 81 is 9i. Square root of 25 is 5 times I. So 9 times 5 is 45. I times I is I squared. This is equal to 45. I squared is minus 1. So 45 times minus 1 is minus 45. B is minus 4 times 3 is minus 12. Minus 4 times minus 2i is plus 8i. I times 3 is plus 3i. I times minus 2i is minus 2i squared. So this is equal to minus 12, 11i minus 2 times minus 1. I squared is minus 1. So this is minus 12 plus 11i plus 2. So this is minus 10 plus 11i. C is 2 minus 5i squared. So this is 2 minus 5i times 2 minus 5i. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times minus 5i is minus 10i. Minus 5i times 2 is minus 10i. 5i times 5i is 25i squared. This is equal to 4 minus 20i plus 25 times minus 1 is equal to 4 minus 20i minus 25. So the real is 4 minus 25 is minus 21 and the imaginary is minus 20. Number 4. Multiplication and division of complex system. Using complex conjugate. Simplify each of the following complex system. A, 5 plus 9i times 5 minus 9i. This should give you a real number. So 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times minus 9i is minus 45i. 9i times 5 is plus 45i. 9i times minus 9i is minus 81i squared. For minus 45i cancels the 45i, the plus 45i. So this is 25 minus 81. I squared is minus 1. So this is 25 plus 81, which is 106. B is 5 over 2 plus 3i. Simplify this. Multiply top and bottom by the conjugate of the bottom. Conjugate of the bottom is 2 minus 3i. So multiply top and bottom by the complex conjugate. So this is 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times minus 3i is minus 15i. And the bottom 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times minus 3i is minus 6i. 3i times 2 is plus 6i. 3i times minus 3i is minus 9i squared. 6i cancels, minus 6i cancels 6i. So then this is equal to 10 minus 15i over 4 minus 9. I squared is minus 1 times minus 1. So this is equal to 10 minus 15i over 4 plus 9. So this is 10 minus 15i over 13. So separate the real is 10 over 13. The imaginary is 15 over 13i. Number 5, equation solving principle. The principle of zero product. Using the principle of zero product, that is, if AB equals 0, then A equals 0 or B equals 0. To solve x squared minus 8x minus 20 equals 0. So this is x squared minus 8x minus 20. This can be factored as x plus 2 times x minus 10. Then the product of zero product, the principle of zero product is x plus 2 is A, x minus 10 is B. That means x plus 2 equals 0 or x minus 10 equals 0. That is x equals minus 2 or x equals 10. That's the solution. Now, 6, equation solving principles. The principle of square roots. Use the principle of square roots. If x squared equals k, then x equals square root of k, or x equals minus square root of k. To solve 3x squared equals 21. 3x squared equals 21. Divide both sides by 3, then x squared is 21 over 3. 21 divided by 3 is 7, so x squared equals 7. Therefore, x equals plus or minus square root of 7. That means x equals minus square root of 7 or x equals square root of 7. Number 7, completing the square. ax squared plus bx plus c equals b. C equals b over 2 all squared. Solved by completing the square to obtain the exact solution of x squared plus 6x minus 7 equals 0. So c equals b over 2 all squared. That is equal to b is 6. So that's 6 over 2 squared equals 6 over 2 is 3. That is 3 squared equals 9. Then x squared plus 6x equals 7. To complete the square, add 9 to both sides. So x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals 7 plus 9. Then this completes the square. This is x plus 3 squared, the left hand side. The right hand side is 16. Take square root of both sides. So this is x plus 3 equals plus or minus square root of 16. So this is x plus 3 equals plus or minus square root of 16 is 4. That means x equals minus 3 plus or minus 4. That is x equals minus 3 minus 4 or x equals minus 3 plus 4. Minus 3 minus 4 is minus 7, so that's x equals minus 7. Minus 3 plus 4 is 1. So the solution is x equals minus 7 or x equals 1. Number 8, the discriminant. For quadratic equation x squared plus 4x equals 5, use the discriminant b squared minus 4ac to determine the nature of the solution. B squared minus 4ac equals 0 means one real solution. If b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0, positive, two real solutions. B squared minus 4ac is less than 0, negative, two imaginary complex conjugate solutions. So we have x squared plus 4x minus 5 equals 0. A is 1. The coefficient of s squared, a is 1. The coefficient of x, b is 4. The coefficient of the constant is minus 5. So b squared minus 4ac equals 4 squared minus 4 times minus 5. So 4 squared is 16, minus 4 times minus 5 is plus 20, equals 36. This is positive, is greater than 0. That means this equation has, the equation has two real solutions. Now solve the equation using quadratic formula. The quadratic formula for quadratic equation x squared plus 4x equals 5. Use the quadratic formula. So the quadratic formula is x equals minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Notice this b squared minus 4ac is a discriminant, which we found it to be 36 in the previous question. So to find the exact solution, so x squared plus 4x minus 5 equals 0. A is 1, b is 4, and c is 5. Okay? So now the quadratic formula x equals minus b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. That is minus 4 plus or minus square root of 4 squared minus 4 times minus 5 over 2 times 1. So that's minus 4 plus or minus 16 plus 20 over 2. So this is minus 4 plus or minus square root of 36 over 2 equals to minus 4 plus or minus 36 over 2. Notice this 36 is what we found in number 8 as a discriminant. So that means x equals minus 4 minus 6 over 2, or x equals minus 4 plus 6 over 2. That is x equals minus 10 over 2, or x equals 2 over 2. 2 over 2. That means x equals minus 5 or x equals 1 is the solution. Number 10, equation reducible to quadratic. Use equation reducible to quadratic to solve y to the 4 plus 2 equals 3y squared. U equals u substitution. Let u equals y squared. Solve for u. Then use the u solution to solve the y equals plus or minus square root of u. So y to the 4 plus minus 3y squared plus 2 equals 0. That means u is y squared. That means y is plus or minus square root of u. And u squared is equal to y to the 4. So now substitute every y by u. Y to the 4 is u squared minus 3 y squared is u minus 3u plus 2. This can be factored as u minus 1 times u minus 2 equals 0. That means u minus 1 equals 0 or u minus 2 equals 0. That means u equals 1 or u equals 2. Now back substitute to solve for y. When u equals 1, y equals plus or minus square root of u. That means y equals plus or minus square root of 1, which is y equals minus 1 or y equals 1. When u equals 2, y equals plus or minus square root of u. That means y equals plus or minus square root of 2. That is y equals minus square root of 2 or y equals square root of 2. So this is y to the 4. We have 4 solutions and it is y equals minus y equals 1, y equals minus square root of 2, y equals square root of 2. So those are the 4 solutions. Again, number 11 is equation reducible quadratic. Use equation reducible quadratic to solve m to the 2/3 minus 2m to the 1/3 minus 8 equals 0. Use substitution, let u equals m to the 1/3. Then for let u equals m to the 1/3, solve for u. Then use the u solution to solve m equals m equals u to the 3rd. M equals u to the 3rd. So the equation is m to the 2/3 minus 2, m to the 1/3 minus 8 equals 0. U is m to the 1/3 and the m is u to the 3rd. U squared is m to the 2/3. So now do u substitution, m to the 2/3 is u squared minus 2, m to the 1/3 is u minus 2u minus 8 equals 0. This can be factored to u plus 2 times u minus 4 equals 0. So this is u plus 2 equals 0 or u minus 4 equals 0. That is u equals minus 2 or u equals 4. Now solve for m. When u is equal to minus 2, back substitute. M is equal to u to the 3rd. That is m equals minus 2 to the 3rd. That is m equals minus 8. When u equals 4, m is u to the 3rd. Then m is equal to 4 to the 3rd, which is m equals 64. So the solutions are m equals minus 4 and m equals 64. Those are the two solutions. Number 12 is an application word problem, quadratic equation application, rectangular poster. The length L of a rectangular poster is 1 feet more than the width W, and the diagonal D of the poster is 5. Find the length and the width W. So the W, the L is W plus 1 more feet. So L is W plus 1, D is 5, then we are trying to find the L and W. So we know that D squared equals W squared plus L squared. That's Pythagorean theorem. So that is 5 squared equals L squared plus W squared. That is 5 squared equals W plus 1 squared, that is L, plus W squared, that is 25 equals W squared plus 2W plus 1, 25W, plus W squared. Then this is 2W squared plus 2W plus 1 equals 25. So this is 2W squared plus 2W plus 1 minus 25 equals 0. So this is 2W squared plus 2W minus 24 equals 0. Divide both sides by 2, then this is W squared plus W minus 12 equals 0. This can be factored as W minus 3 times W plus 4. So this is w minus 3 equals 0, or w plus 1 plus 4 equals 0. That is w equals 3 and w equals minus 4. So w equals 3 is the solution. W minus 4 is not the solution because the width cannot be negative. So w is 3, L is w plus 1, so L is 3 plus 1, which is equal to 4. So that is w is 3 and the L is 4. The length is, the width is 3 feet and the L is 4 feet. Number 13 is vertex, axis of symmetry, minimum and maximum. Use the given graph to find the following. A, the vertex, so the vertex is minus half minus 9 over 4. That's the vertex, H and K. So H is minus half and K is minus 9 over 4. Axis of symmetry is X equals H equals minus half. That's the axis of symmetry. Then this has minimum. The minimum is Y. It is the K, which is equal to minus 9 over 4. Number 14 is graphing quadratic function of the type f of x equals a times x minus h squared plus k. For f of x equals minus x plus 3 all squared plus 4, find the vertex A, the vertex is, this is f of x equals minus x minus 3. So this is minus h, then this has to be minus 3, all squared plus 4. That means h is minus 3 and k is 4. So that's the vertex. Then axis of symmetry is x equals h equals minus 3. Then this is concave down, so it is minus, so it's concave down, so it has maximum. Y equals k equals 4. That is a maximum. Then to graph the equation, the vertex is minus x is minus 3, y is 4, so that's the vertex. Then it is with a negative coefficient, it is opens down. Then the axis of symmetry is minus 3, x equals minus 3. So that's the vertex. The maximum is 4, so you start at 4 and you draw concave down for the curve that opens down. That is quadratic, opens down. You can find, if you want, also the y-intercept. So the y-intercept will be 0. X is 0, which is f of 0. So 0 plus 3 squared. 3 squared is 9. So that's minus 9 plus 4, which is minus 5. So that's minus 5 is the y-intercept. So graph quadratic function of the type f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0, for f of x equals x squared plus 4x plus 5, complete the square to solve and graph the function. So notice that b over 2 all squared equals 4 over 2 all squared, which is 2 squared equals 4. A is complete the square to put it in the vertex form. F of x equals x squared plus 4x plus 5 equals x squared this is equal to x squared plus 4x, and add 4 and subtract 4. So that is 4 minus 4 plus 5. Then this one, x squared plus 4x plus 4 is a complete square, minus 4 plus 5. So that is, this is equal to x plus 2 all squared minus plus 1. Minus 4 plus 5 is plus 1. So this is f of x equals x minus 2 all squared plus 1. So this is in the form f of x equals a times x minus h squared plus k. So that means the vertex hk, h is minus 2, k is 1. So that's the vertex. Axis of symmetry x equals h equals minus 2. Then the graph is simply you have the vertex is minus 2, 1, and it is a parabola open up, and the axis of symmetry is minus 2. Then you have the minimum, the vertex is a minimum, minus 2, 1. Then you just graph a parabola that opens up. If you want, you can find also the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is, it is when x is 0. So when x is 0, you have 0 plus 2 squared. So that is 2 squared, which is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. So that is your y-intercept. 16 is quadratic function application. Height of a rocket. The model rocket is launched with an initial velocity of 120 feet per second from a height of 80 feet. The height of the rocket in feet t seconds after it has been launched is given by the function s of t equals minus 16t squared plus 128t plus 60. Determine the time at which the rocket reaches the maximum, its maximum height. So to solve this, the maximum time, the time at maximum, the time at the max is t equals h. So that is h is minus b over 2a, b is 128, so this is minus 128 over 2, a is minus 60. So this is minus 128 over minus 32, which is 4. That means t equals 4 seconds, so it will reach its maximum height after 4 seconds. Then the maximum height is the k, which is s of h. So that is s of 4. So that is equal to minus 16 times 4 squared plus 128 times 4 plus 60. And that is 360. So the maximum height, which is max s, is 360. Now we are getting into rational equation. Solve 2 over 3x plus 6 plus 1 over x squared minus 4 equals 4 over x minus 2, and solve for x. So this is first factor 3 from here. So this is 2 over 3 times x plus 2 plus 1 over x minus 2 times x plus 2, factor this, equals 4 over x minus 2. Now the lowest common denominator is 3 times x plus 2 times x minus 2. Multiply both sides by 3 times x plus 2 times x minus 2. So 2 over 3 times x plus 2 times this is 3 cancels 3, x plus 2 cancels x plus 2, then this is 2 times x minus 2. Then here x plus 2 cancels x plus 2, x minus 2 cancels x minus 2, then this is simply 1 times 3. Only 3 is left. Then here you have x minus 2 cancels x minus 2, then this is equal to 4 times 3 times x plus 2. So then this is equal to then 2x minus 4 plus 3 equal to 12x plus 24. Then this is 12x minus 2x equals minus 4 plus 3 minus 24. So this is 10x. This is 10x equals, this is minus 28 plus 3 is minus 25. Then x is equal to 10 over minus 25 over 10, which is x equals minus 2.5. To check, so this is 2 over 3x plus 6 plus 1 over x squared minus 4 minus 4 over x minus 2 equals 0. Then simply substitute 2 minus 2.5 wherever you see x. So this is 2 over 3 times minus 2.5 plus 6 plus 1 over minus 2.5 squared minus 4 minus 4 minus 2.5 minus 2. If you do this calculation, it is 0, so 0 equals 0, that checks. Again, rational equation. Number 18 is rational equation. Solve 49 over w minus 7 equals w squared over w minus 7. So now multiply top and bottom by the lowest common denominator, which is w minus 7. 49 over w minus 7 times w minus 7. W minus 7 cancels w minus 7, that's 49. Then w squared over w minus 7 times w minus 7. W minus 7 cancels w minus 7, that's w squared. That means w equals plus or minus square root of 49, which is w equals plus or minus 7. So w, that means w equals minus 7 or w equals 7. Now check the answer. So for w minus 7, so 49 over w minus 7 equals w squared over w minus 7. That is 49 over minus 7 equals minus 7 squared over minus 7 minus 7. That is 49 over minus 14 equals 49 over minus 14. And that is true. That means yes, w equals minus 7 is the solution. Then for w equals 7, 49 over 7 minus 7 equals 7 squared over 7 minus 7, which is 49 over 0 equals 49 over 0. This is 49 over 0 is undefined. That means no, x equals 7 is not the solution. Number 19 is solving radical equation. Use the principle of power, which is if A equals B, then A to the n equals B to the n to solve the following radical equation. So the radical equation is the square root of 1 minus 2x equals 3. So to solve this, square both sides. So this is square root of 1 minus 2x squared equals 3. So this is 1 minus 2x equals 9. That is minus 2x equals 9 minus 1. That is minus 2x equals 8. That means x equals minus 4. Now notice when you square both sides, you have changed the equations. So now you have to check the answer is true. So that is square root of 1 minus 2x equals 3. So that is square root of 1 minus 2 times x is minus 4. Is that equal to 3? That is square root of 1 plus 8 equals 3. That is square root of 9 equals 3. That is 3 equals 3. That is true. That means this is x equals minus 4 is a solution. Number 20 is radical equation again. Use the principle of powers. If A equals B, then A to the n equals B to the n to solve the following radical equation. So solve square root of 2x plus 5 equals x minus 5. So square both sides. Square root of 2x plus 5 squared equals x minus 5 squared. So this comes out of the radical. This is 2x plus 5. And this is x squared minus 10x plus 25. So that means this is x squared minus 10x plus 25 minus 2x minus 5 equals 0. So this is x squared minus 12x plus 20 equals 0. This can be factored as x minus 2 times x minus 10 equals 0. That is x minus 2 equals 0, or x minus 10 equals 0. That is x equals 2 and the x equals 10. Now when you square both sides, you have changed the equation. So now we have to check. So to check, this is square root of 2x plus 5 equals x minus 5. Then plug 10. So this is square root of 2 times 10 plus 5 equals 10 minus 5. So this is square root of 25 equals 5. That is true. That means yes, x equals 10 is a solution. Then try the 2. Then square root of 2x plus 5 equals x minus 5. That is square root of 2 times 2 plus 5 equals 2 minus 5. That is square root of 9 equals minus 3. And that is not true because this is 3 equals minus 3 is not true. 3 equals minus 3 is not true. Three equals minus 3 is false. That means no x equals 2 is not a solution. Number 21 is again radical equation. Use the principle of powers. If a equals b, then a to the n equals b to the n to solve the following radical equation. That is solve square root of x minus 3 plus square root of x plus 2 equals 5. Now to solve, we have two radicals, then you have to separate one of them. So separate x minus 3. So that is square root of x minus 3 equals 5 minus square root of x plus 2. Then square both sides, square root of x minus 3 squared equals 5 minus square root of x plus 2 all squared. Then when you square this is x minus 3, and this is 25 minus 10 square root of x plus 2 plus x plus 2. Then this is x minus 3 minus 25 minus x minus 2 equals minus 10 square root of x plus 2. Again, separate the radical. Then this is x cancels x. Then 3 minus 25 minus 2 is minus 30. So this is minus 30 equals minus 10 square root of x plus 2. Divide both sides by minus 10, then this is 3 equals square root of x plus 2. Now do it again, so 3 equals square root of x plus 2, square both sides, 3 squared equals square root of x plus 2 all squared. So this is 9 equals x plus 2. That means x equals 9 minus 2, x equals 7 is the answer. Now we squared twice, that means you have completely changed the equation. You have to check the answer. So that is square root of x minus 3 plus square root of x plus 2 equals 5. X is 7, so 7 minus 3 plus square root of 7 minus 3 plus square root of 7 plus 2 equals 5. That is square root of 4 plus square root of 9 equals 5. That is 2 plus 3 equals 5. That is 5 equals 5. That is true. That means yes, x equals 7 is the answer. So again, radical equation, use the principle of powers. If a equals b, then a to the n equals b to the n to solve the following radical equation. That is, solve square root of 40 plus square root of 17 plus square root of 50x plus 96. So this is a nested radical, 3 radicals inside each other, equals 7. So that is square both sides again. Square root of 40 plus square root of 17 plus square root of 50x plus 96 squared equals 7 squared. So when you square, the first radical comes out. So this is 40 plus square root of 17 plus square root of 50x plus 96 equals 7 squared is 49. So 49 minus 40 is 9. Then square both sides. Then square root of 17 plus square root of 50x plus 96 squared equals 9 squared. Then this is, when you square both sides, the second square root comes out. So this is, then it is 17 plus square root of 50x plus 96 equals 81. 81 minus 17 is 64. Then this is square root of 50x plus 96, square that and square the 64. Then when you square both sides, this comes out of the square root. Then this is 50x plus 96 equals 64 squared is 4096. That means 50x equals 4096 minus 96, which is equal to 4000. Then x is 4000 over 50, which is x equals 80. That is the solution. Now to check your answer, square root of 40 plus square root of 17 plus square root of 50 times 80 plus 96. Simply substitute x by 80. So this is square root of 40 plus square root of 17 plus square root of 4000 plus 96 is 4096. Is it equal to 7? So that is 40 square root of 17 square root of 4096 is 64. Is it equal to 7? So this is square root of 40 plus square root of 17 plus 64 is square root of 81. Is it equal to 70? So that's square root of 40, square root of 81 is 9. Equal to 7. So that is 49, square root of 49 equals 7, that is 7 equals 7, that is 2. That means yes, 80, x equals 80 is a solution. Number 23 is equation with absolute value. Use absolute value of x equals a is equivalent to x equals minus a or x equals a to solve the following absolute value equation. Solve absolute value of x plus 2 equals 6. That means x plus 2 is equal to plus or minus 6. That is x equals minus 2 plus or minus square root of plus or minus 6. That means x equals minus 2 minus 6 or x equals minus x plus 6. That is x equals minus 8 or x equals 4. Now check your answer. Absolute value of x plus 2 equals 6. Minus 8 plus 2 equals 6. That is my absolute value of minus 6 equals 6. That is 6 equals 6. That is 2. Or x plus 2 equals 6. Absolute value of 4 plus 2 equals 6. Absolute value of 6 equals 6. 6 equals 6 equals. Number 24 is inequality of absolute value. Use absolute value of x less than a is equivalent to x is sandwiched between minus a and a to solve the following absolute value equation. So that is solve absolute value of x plus 8 less than 9. That means x plus 8 is sandwiched between minus 9 and 9. So now subtract 8 from all sides. So that's minus 9 minus 8 less than x plus 8 minus 8 less than 9 minus 8. So minus 9 minus 8 is minus 17. X plus 8 minus 8 is x. 9 minus 8 is 1. So that means x is sandwiched between minus 17 and 1. So the solution in a set notation, it is all values of x where x is between minus 17 and 1. Or it is in interval notation, it is from minus 17 to 1. And the solution in the drawing format is the solution is from minus 17 to 1, where minus 17 and 1 are not included. So this is the solution. Number 25, inequality of absolute value. Using absolute value of x greater than a is equivalent to x is less than minus a or x is greater than a to solve the following absolute value equation. So solve absolute value of x plus 8 greater or equal to 9. That is x plus 8 is less or equal to minus 9 or x plus 8 is greater or equal to 9. That is x plus 8 minus 8 is less or equal to minus 9 minus 8. So subtract 8 from both sides. So then this is or x plus 8 minus 8 is greater or equal to 9 minus 8. And that is 8 cancels the 8, so that is x is less or equal to minus 17 or x is greater or equal to 1. So that means in a set notation, it is the set of x where x is less or equal to minus 17 or x is greater or equal to 1. In interval notation, it is from minus infinity to minus 7, union, where minus 17 is included, 1 to infinity, where 1 is included. And this is the graph. It is from minus infinity to minus 7, this, or it is from 1 to infinity. That's the graph. Okay, so this is the end of this exam review. Thank you. Please subscribe, share, and like, and ask your friends to subscribe, share, and like.